Hey Chiefs fans! Coming up with the latest updates just for you. But before we dive into today's news, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, let's get to it. The Chiefs are fresh off their Super Bowl triumph, but the road ahead just got a little more challenging. Our best running back, Isaiah Pacheco, is out with a fractured fibula, leaving a huge hole in the backfield. But the Chiefs are wasting no time in addressing the issue. Word on the street is that they are seriously considering bringing back a familiar face, Kareem Hunt. Yes, you heard that right. Hunt, who took the league by storm as a rookie with the Chiefs in 2017, could be returning to Kansas City. Hunt led the NFL in rushing during his rookie season, racking up an impressive 1,327 yards. Unfortunately, his time with the team came to an abrupt end in 2018 due to an off-field incident, which led to his release. It was a tough time for Hunt and the Chiefs organization as a whole. But Hunt didn't stay away for long. He was given a second chance with the Cleveland Browns, and since then, he has rebuilt his career and shown that he can still be a force on the field. In 2023, Hunt was a crucial part of the Browns' offense after Nick Chubb suffered a season-ending injury. Hunt came through when it mattered most, scoring a career-high 9 touchdowns and finishing the season with 411 rushing yards on 135 carries. He became the offensive spark for the Browns, helping them make the playoffs. Now, with Pacheco out, the Chiefs are looking for Hunt to potentially fill that void. Hunt's hard-running style and versatility would be a great fit for the Chiefs, and he already knows the system. Plus, his ability to contribute as both a runner and receiver out of the backfield could help keep the offense humming along. Hunt's numbers speak for themselves. Over his 91-game career, he has amassed 4,436 yards on 1,030 carries, and he has proven he can excel when the pressure is on. Adding a veteran like Hunt, who has experience in big moments, could be just what the Chiefs need to keep their offensive momentum going while Pacheco recovers. But of course, it's not just about what Hunt can do on the field. There's also the question of whether Chiefs fans are ready to welcome him back. Hunt left under difficult circumstances, and while he has grown and proven himself since then, it's not an easy decision for the organization or the fan base. While we wait to see if this deal goes through, there's no doubt the Chiefs' backfield needs reinforcements. With a tough schedule ahead and eyes on another deep playoff run, bringing in someone with Hunt's experience could be a game-changer. But it also raises questions. Is Hunt the right fit for the locker room, and is Kansas City ready to move on from him again? So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Would you be excited to see Kareem Hunt back in red and gold, or should the Chiefs explore other options? Alright, Chiefs fans, we all had questions about how this defense would handle top-tier wide receivers, especially after the trade of L'Jarius Sneed. In 2023, Sneed was the guy who could go one-on-one with any receiver in the league, which made defensive play calling a whole lot easier for Spagnuolo. You could see him getting creative with blitzes and coverage schemes because Sneed had the back end locked down. But without Sneed, how are we going to handle elite receivers? Well, Sunday's game against the Bengals gave us the answer. Ja'Marr Chase is one of the best wideouts in the league, and we've seen him give this defense trouble in the past. However, this time around, the Chiefs were able to limit him to just 4 catches for 35 yards. Yeah, you heard that right, 35 yards. And that's a big deal, Chiefs fans. So, how did the Chiefs pull it off? It all came down to mixing up man coverage with some well-timed help in the right spots. Let's break it down for you. First off, let's talk about how the Chiefs doubled Chase when he was isolated. The Bengals knew what they were doing, trying to get Chase in one-on-one situations by moving him around the field. They put him on the isolated side of the formation, much like how we use Travis Kelce. The idea was to force the defense to focus on him and open up space for other players. But Spags wasn't having it. He had a plan, and it involved a lot of cover one double looks. Whenever Chase was on the sideline, we'd roll a safety over to give our corner some help while playing man coverage across the rest of the field. This wasn't without its risks, though. At times, it left guys like Mike Gesicki open, but the trade-off was worth it. By doubling Chase, we kept him from doing any serious damage down the field or picking up yards after the catch. Now, when Chase moved to the slot, things got even more interesting. Slot receivers can be dangerous because they often get matched up with linebackers or slower defenders. But Spags didn't let that happen. Even with McDuffie over Chase in the slot, the Chiefs stayed in their double coverage scheme. This was a smart move because it prevented Chase from getting those easy completions and the extra yardage he's known for. Speaking of McDuffie, let's give credit where it's due. When McDuffie was matched up with Chase on the outside, especially in the red zone, the Chiefs didn't feel the need to double him as much. McDuffie played lights-out football. He did commit one pass interference, but otherwise, he was flawless. He saved what could have been 2 touchdowns, using his elite man coverage skills to break up passes and keep Chase out of the end zone. Chiefs fans, McDuffie might not be the biggest or longest corner, but his agility and ball skills are off the charts. The guy is always in the right position, and he knows exactly when to get his hands up to deflect passes. This makes him a huge asset for Spags. Not only is he our best slot defender, but he can also handle top receivers when needed. Having a player like McDuffie who can solve problems on defense gives Spags so much flexibility. This guy's a superstar, no question about it. All right, now let's talk about my favorite play call of the game, and probably one of my favorite Spagnuolo calls ever. It came on the last defensive play of the game, and it was pure genius. The Chiefs were in dime personnel, showing 2 high safeties before the snap. But Spags wasn't playing it straight. He had Justin Reed, our safety, lined up in the B-gap like he was going to blitz, and when the ball was snapped, Reed held the guard in place, messing up his vision. Then, out of nowhere, Shamari Connor came from deep and sacked Burrow. But here's where it gets wild. While all that was happening, Spags had rotated Cook over to double Chase on the sideline, something he had done all game long. And, just for good measure, he dropped McDuffie from the slot into a deep safety position in a cover 2 look. This rotation completely fooled Burrow, made him hesitate, and that gave Connor enough time to get home for the sack. It was an absolute masterclass in coverage disguise and defensive play calling. Now, some of you might be wondering if losing Snead is still a big deal. After all, he was our shutdown corner last season. But with Spagnuolo at the helm, I'm not too worried. Spags comes into every game with a tailored plan for the opposing offense, and he's not afraid to get creative to find solutions. Whether it's doubling elite receivers like Chase, mixing up coverage looks, or sending surprise blitzes, Spags has every tool in his arsenal, and he knows how to use them. And let's not forget the role that General Manager Brett Veach has played in building this defense. He's given Spagnuolo a roster full of versatile, talented players who can adapt to any situation. It's like Spags has a toolbox with the perfect tool for every problem he faces. As long as he's running this defense, I have no doubt the Chiefs will always have a solid game plan. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? How impressed are you with Spags and the defense after this game? Do you feel confident heading into the rest of the season, knowing that we can handle elite receivers like Jamar Chase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. We've got more Chiefs content coming your way. Go Chiefs!